Okay, welcome back. So we are recording this podcast on Tuesday afternoon. Now, Tuesday morning, the government effectively released quite a pioneering new report, which asks every single company in Australia that has more than 100 employees to publicly reveal its gender pay gap. And so what that means is how much more percentage-wise are men getting paid versus women. I don't think I've seen anything quite this comprehensive in any other country in the world. It is an extraordinary thing. It's well worth a look. And what you can do is go on the website and compare different companies and drill, not that much, but you can drill down and see how they compare. Aviation itself and aerospace companies have fared pretty badly. Jake, tell us a little bit more about what we've learned.
Yeah, so across all industries in Australia, the median pay gap was 19% in favour of men. But for the air and space transport sector, the median gap was 38.1% for total remuneration, 37.7% for base salary. So in essence, men are making about 40% more than women in the air and space transport sector. Now, we've got breakdowns for Qantas Group. We've got breakdowns for Virgin and Rex. Qantas Group and Virgin, roughly the same in terms of the group as a whole. So 38.3% median gender pay gap for total remuneration at Qantas Group. This compares to Virgin's figure, which was hovering just above 41%. Now, this is Rex was something of a standout with a 26.8% median gap in total remuneration, 25% in base salary. But what the airlines have effectively said here is that this is not because people doing the same work are being paid less. This is because most of the higher paying positions, pilots, engineers, etc., are dominated by men, whereas a lot of the lower paying positions like cabin crew and customer service staff are dominated by women. So in terms of Qantas, 92.8% of Qantas Group pilots, 96.2% of Qantas Group engineers are male. The opposite is true for customer service and cabin crew. 75.4% of airport customer service workers and 70.5% of cabin crew are female at Qantas Group.
This was released by Qantas themselves.
This was as part of their submission to the report.
So the argument kind of against what they've done today in terms of the government report is that it's too broad, it's too much of a sledgehammer, and actually you will only know the real picture when you drill down into these figures, and that every industry is different.
Basically, the gender pay gap is the difference between average pay of men and women in an entire organisation, regardless of position or seniority.
And to be fair to the federal government, I do believe this is the first year they've done this, and I think from the next year and following years, they're going to try and drill down into more detail. It's already quite impressive, actually, when you look at the tool online. You can compare different things. Now, obviously, the argument against Qantas, Virgin, all airlines is that you should be doing a lot more to get women as pilots or women as engineers. And they would argue that actually
They're trying.
They are trying. And also comparatively, Australia's record versus other international airlines in terms of women pilots in particular is actually very good. They would argue that the CEO of the two main airline groups are women. Which for now. So they would actually say when you drill down and have a look at it, that is the case. They might also argue that, I mean, if the majority of cabin crew are women, that it's very difficult for them to maybe encourage more men in. There's a whole world of culture war arguments here, which I don't want to go into.
And they've pointed out as well that, at least Qantas has pointed out, and I'm sure the policy is the same at Virgin as well, that male and female pilots are paid the same as each other, male and female engineers are paid the same as each other, male and female cabin crew and customer service staff are paid the same as each other, but it's the higher paying jobs that are that are getting more men.
Yes. So I think that the kind of the argument put forward by Qantas and Virgin, which is very similar, their statements were kind of almost identical, were sort of fair enough. they were sort of fair enough. They made a very good point.